All right, getting into today's episode of Days of Our Lives, yo, Gabby was working my very last nerve right about now. This entire episode was supposed to be about her being so angry and betrayed, but she just managed to piss me off. Like, she threw the drink in Stefan's face. She's just yelling. She's like, oh, she called Ava some lying, cheating bitch. I'm like, first of all, she didn't cheat. She's just a lying bitch. She isn't a cheater though, because Stefan's the one that cheated on you. Ava don't have no vows to you, lady. I'm just saying you can just call her whatever, the side B or whatever the hell you want to call her. But please get your facts straight. It was Stefan that's the cheater because Ava had already broken up with Harrison prior to sleeping with Stefan. So whatever, but at least Ava on this episode, she finally started to push back against Gabi. She was like, "Oh, this is ridiculous," and then she's like, "Basic," and then Gabi revealed that Kristen took her side after being forced to, which is ridiculous. I don't think Gabi Chic is worth all that for all this headache. You could easily replace Gabi and get something else put in place to run in that division. Because I'm tired of Gabi thinking she got all this power, but Kristen did fire Ava. And Ava was like, "You vindictive little bit." And then Gabi was like, "Yeah, finish that thought. Go ahead, finish that thought." And she's like, "You know what? F this. I'm out. I'm out. I'm over this." And then that's when she ripped into Stefan some more. And she yelled at she yelled that their marriage is over for good. I'm like, Stefan, just cut your losses and leave this woman. She ain't even worth it. I'm like, at the end of the day, you acting like, oh yeah, he couldn't just wait up until like he just immediately after you were sent to prison, he just instantly fell in bed with Ava, but it didn't really happen like that. They were pretending to be like that because they had to protect her from Clyde, and then it just happened. I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to be angry. I'm just saying that she ain't getting the facts straight because we've seen Stefan for months and months and months with that disgusting mustache just whining and whining and whining and whining and whining about Gabi every 10 seconds. So, even EJ so many times told Stefan, "Why are you doing all this for this woman?" But he loved, he loves her. So I'm just saying. So for her to just say, "Oh yeah, the marriage is just over," I'm like, instead of just saying she just needed space, I'm like, okay, she's just not worth it anymore, as far as I'm concerned. That's just how I see it. But Ava called Chris and was like, if I'm not surprised you, I shouldn't have been surprised you would screw me over. That's what you Damaras do. And then, but moving on from that, we had this other stupid part in the plot. Melinda let her guard down with Connie and drank that tea. And now Connie poisoned Melinda just like she poisoned Everett. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, that's just way too, like, soap operas, we get it. You gotta put plot in there. But first of all, Melinda keep talking about company policy. Nowhere in the company policy did it said that you had to come to her house to retrieve that. You could have at the very least sent a UPS package for her to drop her stuff in there and mail it back to the office or to your corporate office. That would be how that policy works. Nowhere in there. You're not even her direct employer. All you are is just legal counsel. You handle the lawyers and stuff. So the legalities. So I'm like, get the hell out of here. And why in the world would you drink any tea that this woman offered you when you already made it clear to Ava how uncomfortable you were? with Connie. So that's just dumb lot. That's just dumb. That takes suspending disbelief to just make that outright stupid at this point. But she's poisoned, so now we'll see how she'll be able to survive this one. I'm like, Connie, she need an old fashioned beatdown. I'm sick of Connie now. But she told Melinda how much she hates Gabby's guts, how she wants revenge for Lee, how Lee would want to be with her if it wasn't for Gabby. I'm like, please. He didn't want you. You need to get another potbelly man who's about 60 years old. That would be one that would settle for you. Okay? Please. Lee Shin did not want you. You're just crazy. But that kind of gonna get what's coming to her. Now, moving on from her though, let's talk about the little fake Abigail. She on the phone talk about, oh, I'm already so nervous. But and Chad overheard that part. But Jennifer just came in there all happy about seeing her daughter, and then when she saw her, she was like, "You're not my daughter." Like, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to have this reaction, but I felt it. You're just not my daughter. I'm like, she might not be, but I'm still confused on who is this woman then. If she's Abigail's twin sister, then where's the real Abigail? That was the real Abigail still dead? Are they keeping her dead, or is she also got surgery to look like this? Is she gonna play a double role, or is this a DI? Or is she back in her DID mode and convinced that she's not Abigail but really is Abigail? I'm kind of intrigued about the direction of where this is gonna go. It can go either way. I would love to see that. But, and who's working together in all this? Because I'm really hoping this isn't just all Clyde being the boss here. Like, it's just stupid. It was always stupid how he got all this power, anyways. But the fact of the matter is, there needs to be someone else at play with all this. This is ridiculous. But Jennifer and Jack went back to Boston. I'm like, I'm in Boston right now. I ain't seen none of these two people. Thankfully. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's how that went. And then the nag and her husband Steve were talking too about Abigail, and the nag just picked up how she's so different right now, but she hopes that it's just a psychological issue, then he can make a full recovery. So she can go back to truly being Abigail. I'm like, we'll see about that. But yeah, that was pretty much it for this episode. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode in the comment section below. Hit that like button, and I will see you all later. Peace.